Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my guide on Vinesweeper. It's an easy way to obtain the more niche seeds for farming requests, especially on Ironmen, and is actually a decent minigame now with the 120 farming update. So without further ado, let's get into it. In order to get to this minigame, to get to Vinesweeper, just right click any tool leprechaun literally anywhere in the map, teleport with them, and he'll take you to the farm where Vinesweeper is played. If anyone's played this game before, Vinesweeper uses exactly the same mechanics as this. So to make it easier, I'm going to explain it here and then show you in-game as well. In-game works the same way, but it's a little bit harder to explain. Whenever you see a number, there's that many bombs surrounding it. So the 8 squares around this 1, there is 1 bomb. We know it has to be here, so we plant a flag there because it has to be there. Same applies with down here. There's a 1 and it's a corner, so it has to be that one. But now that we know there's a bomb there, we can clear this one and this one because there was only 1 bomb in that vicinity. Whereas now there's 2 bombs in this vicinity, so it has to be this having those 2. That also means that this one has 2 in its vicinity now, so we know that these ones can be cleared out. Then you just go around, you plant down your flags, you mark off which ones you know there are mines in, and you know where you can click safely and where you can't. And then you just go mine sweeping, I guess, and this is how you do it in game, just like I'm doing right now. If you need flags, you get 10 for free at the start from this farmer. If you need to purchase any extras, or if you've lost them somehow, 500 coins a flag when you buy flags from him. Now you've got your flags, you can literally start playing Vinesweeper. Just climb over and dig on one of the holes. You kind of want to dig until it shows an area where you can see a fair few things. This one could be anywhere around it, so we want to dig again. We need to make sure that we find that, right? So if we dig somewhere else, as you can see, it's then cleared the area. Using the same thing as we done on the Minesweeper game, we know we can use a flag here because there's definitely something bad right there. Then the farmer will come over, dig it up, and give you points if it had a root in there. So because it definitely did have one, I got points. You do also want to dig near a gardener so they can come over to you quickly, as a rabbit can steal your points. So don't be digging really far away from the gardeners. When it comes to your points, they can be obtained in different ways. They are shown on screen. Typically the best way is what I showed. Make sure you put a flag down on top of a root and you get around 200 points on average for that, and that's really nice. It's anywhere between 0 and 300, but I was getting around 200 pretty consistently. You also get 1 point per square uncovered, so that's pretty nice as well. But you'll also lose points by digging up a seed, so be wary not to dig up seeds. There's one extra thing you can do to try and make sure you never ever dig up a seed, and that's inspecting the soil. If you're in a spot where you think there could be a seed there, but you can't really tell, just right click, inspect the soil. It will tell you, hey, look, I definitely see no seed in there, or I see a seed. Sometimes it's a little bit unclear, and when it's unclear, I just wouldn't bother with it and I'd go somewhere else. That will then allow you to do it easier and more fluently. And then you just apply the whole Minesweeper tactic to it, and you'll get a decent amount of points an hour. I was able to get around 25 to 30,000 points an hour. And that gives you a hell of a lot of seeds every single hour. The reason why this is either good money at times or just less dead content, very good for Ironmen or someone who wants to get the seeds themselves, is because there's now farmer requests with player-owned farms. These requests give you pretty decent rewards, and Ironmen do want to do these, but don't always have the correct seeds. Or if they're a niche seed, they're not always sold heavily on the GE, especially when the request has that seed, everyone's buying them, so they skyrocket in price. Something as simple as a Quam seed that costs 1,000 points was 100k the other day when it was needed for one of these requests. That means I would have made like 3 mil GP an hour for that day just doing this. But this is also really, really good for the niche seeds that you can't really get on Ironmen, and the niche seeds that just aren't heavily traded on the GE, you can really, really take advantage of whenever they come up. If it's one of the really cheap seeds that cost like 5 to 10 points, and they're selling for 1 to 5k each, you're going to make like 5-6 mil GP an hour. And that is pretty damn good, especially because it doesn't really require any levels or anything like that. You could do this on a new account essentially. So it's a pretty good amount of money with no requirements. So for example, the one for today is jute seeds. It requires a decent amount of them, and as an Ironman, getting that many jute seed can be quite annoying. You don't want to pickpocket master farmers for a very long time, and you just can get them easily and guaranteed doing it this method. Some of the herb seeds are very expensive and probably are better to do with PVM, but a decent amount of those more niche seeds are so good this way. This was just a little video showing a guide on it and stuff for anyone who might be curious on how to get the seeds for the farming request easily, especially Ironmen, like I've said multiple times. Amazing for them. Do give the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for loads of future content, and as always, until next time, see ya.